Imagine this: you're sitting across from someone you love, eyes soft, smile warm, completely unaware that just yesterday, they shared your deepest secret with someone else. Or worse, they're silently cheering for your failure. Not all betrayals come with a knife in the back. Some come with a hug, a smile, or silence when you needed a voice. In this video, we're diving into 4 types of betrayals that most people overlook until it's too late. Don't wait until the damage is done. If you've ever felt a quiet shift in trust, this is for you. Betrayal is one of the most emotionally searing experiences a person can endure. It shakes your sense of security, challenges your perception of trust, and can leave scars that outlast the relationship in which the betrayal occurred. While not every act of disloyalty merits a total severing of ties, there are certain betrayals so significant they should never be overlooked. These are not momentary lapses or accidental slip-ups, but deliberate or negligent actions that reveal core truths about someone's character and their capacity to hurt you again. Understanding the most dangerous forms of betrayal can help you safeguard your emotional well-being, establish firmer boundaries, and decide who truly deserves a place in your life. Here are 4 types of betrayals that should never be dismissed. 1. Emotional betrayal, when loyalty is broken in the heart. Not all betrayals involve physical acts of cheating or deceit. Sometimes, the deepest cuts come from emotional disloyalty, the slow, silent erosion of trust when someone begins to invest their emotional energy elsewhere, leaving you emotionally stranded. Here's what it looks like. A partner confides in someone else about your relationship problems rather than speaking to you directly. A friend dismisses your emotional needs while consistently being available for others. A loved one invalidates your feelings in favor of preserving someone else's comfort. This kind of betrayal is subtle. There's no dramatic confrontation, no smoking gun, just the gnawing sense that your emotional needs are not safe or respected. Emotional betrayal often precedes other kinds of betrayals, acting as the first step in someone emotionally checking out or aligning themselves with others against you. Emotional betrayal indicates a rupture in the foundation of trust and intimacy. It suggests that your vulnerability is no longer being held with care. If ignored, it can spiral into more overt acts of betrayal, like infidelity or abandonment. By addressing emotional betrayal early, you're not only advocating for yourself but potentially saving the relationship, if it's salvageable. 2. Betrayal of confidentiality, when private truths become public weapons. There's an unspoken code in any close relationship: what is shared in confidence remains confidential. When someone violates this sacred boundary, they don't just spill secrets, they weaponize your vulnerability. Here's what it looks like. A friend shares something personal you told them in confidence, perhaps even in a joking context. A colleague uses private conversations to gain an upper hand at work. A partner reveals your insecurities or past trauma in a fight or argument. Betrayal of confidentiality is especially damaging because it involves a double wound: the original pain you confided, and the pain of seeing that confession used against you. It makes you question your judgment, your openness, and your instincts about who to trust. When someone betrays your confidentiality, they're showing you how they handle power and trust. They're telling you, intentionally or not, that your pain or privacy is expendable. This type of betrayal has long-term consequences on your ability to trust, not just that person, but anyone. If left unaddressed, it can lead to chronic guardedness and emotional isolation. 3. Betrayal through deception, when truth is twisted or withheld. Honesty is the glue that binds meaningful relationships. When someone lies, misleads, or deliberately withholds crucial information, they fracture that bond, sometimes irreparably. Deception doesn't have to be elaborate to be damaging. Often, it's the omissions, the half-truths, or the white lies that do the most harm. Here's what it looks like. A partner hides debts, addictions, or major life events from you. A friend tells you what they think you want to hear, rather than the truth. A business associate misrepresents facts to get your support. While some lies are told to avoid conflict or protect someone's feelings, Ongoing deception is a sign of deeper dysfunction. It points to a willingness to manipulate reality in order to maintain control, avoid accountability, or preserve self-image. Deception corrodes trust in layers. Once it's discovered, even the smallest facts become suspect. More critically, it shows that the deceiver is comfortable letting you live in a false reality, so long as it serves their needs. When deception becomes a pattern, it becomes nearly impossible to build a relationship on a solid, shared truth. Ignoring this betrayal invites further dishonesty and deepens the divide between perception and reality. 4. Betrayal of support, when you're abandoned in your time of need. Perhaps the most heartbreaking betrayal is being left alone when you most need someone. It might happen during a personal crisis, a health scare, a career upheaval, or the loss of a loved one. In these moments, we often discover who truly stands by us and who disappears the moment things get difficult. Here's what it looks like. A friend goes silent or avoids you when you're grieving or going through a crisis. A family member makes your trauma about them, offering criticism instead of compassion. A partner emotionally checks out when life stops being easy. This betrayal isn't always malicious. Sometimes people retreat because they don't know how to show up, or because your pain triggers their own unresolved issues. But intentions don't always matter, actions do. And the absence of support in moments of vulnerability leaves an emotional void that's hard to forget. People reveal their true loyalty not when things are easy, but when life gets hard. If someone vanishes when you need them the most, they are telling you, plainly, that your suffering is not a priority. While grace can be given for isolated failures, repeated patterns of abandonment are a signal that the relationship may be built on shallow foundations. Emotional reliability is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Every time we excuse or overlook betrayal, we send a message not just to the other person, but to ourselves. We say, "My boundaries are flexible," or "My emotional safety isn't worth protecting." This self-abandonment compounds over time, leading to deeper wounds, cynicism, and an eroded sense of self-worth. Moreover, betrayal doesn't exist in a vacuum. One betrayal often begets another, as the betrayer tests the limits of what you'll tolerate. That's why it's so important to recognize and name betrayal for what it is. Only then can you decide what healing looks like, whether it means confronting the person, seeking closure, or walking away entirely. While betrayal is painful, it doesn't have to define you. Healing begins with radical honesty about what happened, how it made you feel, and what you need going forward. Here are a few steps to begin the process. 1. Acknowledge the betrayal. Don't minimize it. Call it what it is, even if the person involved tries to reframe it as a misunderstanding or accident. Honor your emotional truth. 2. Assess the relationship. Ask yourself, is this betrayal an isolated incident or part of a pattern? Has this person taken accountability, shown remorse, and made meaningful efforts to change? 3. Rebuild trust with boundaries. If you choose to continue the relationship, set clear boundaries and expectations. Rebuilding trust is possible, but only with transparency and sustained effort on both sides. 4. Seek support. Talk to a therapist, mentor, or trusted confidant. Processing betrayal is too heavy to carry alone. Support helps validate your experience and guide your healing. 5. Choose self-respect over reconciliation, if necessary. Not all relationships can or should survive betrayal. Sometimes, the most empowering thing you can do is walk away, not out of spite, but out of self-love. In conclusion, betrayal will touch every life at some point. Whether it comes from a lover, friend, family member, or colleague, its sting is universal. But what we do in the aftermath determines whether we become hardened or healed. The 4 betrayals discussed, emotional disloyalty, broken confidentiality, deception, and abandonment, are not just painful, but revealing. They show us what someone is truly capable of when our backs are turned or our guard is down. By refusing to overlook these betrayals, you honor your own worth. You send a powerful message to yourself and others. My trust is sacred. My truth matters. And I will not stay where I am unsafe. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.